So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a Fauxhawk, which is a fake mohawk. And you've probably seen tons of celebrities doing this look, and I'm just going to kind of give it a shot with the asymmetrical cut that I have now. The key to this look is going to be a ton of product, like a shit ton of product and a shit ton of teasing, because to give your hair the height that you need, to make it look like a mohawk, it really needs to be tall and firm and not going anywhere. I'm going to start by straightening. So when I actually do the sides, I'm just going to coat it in gel and a little bit of water and soak them and comb it back to make it look as if there is no hair on the sides of my face, which would be a mohawk where you shave the sides of your head actually. The key with the mohawk, or the faux hawk I should say, is the front, how the front looks. Now I'm going to do is take the top, section it, so I know where I'm going to be doing the actual mohawk part, and then gel the sides back. And this will be the mohawk, this section up here. So right now I'm just going to try and get it out of the way so that I can focus on getting the sides nice and slick and tucked back. And if you don't have any of these are fantastic, these little silver clips. I think I got a bunch of them for nice and cheap, so I would definitely recommend these. They work for keeping your hair out of the way when you're trying to do some fun styles with it. I'm going to damp the sides, get them wet, comb them back, and then I will gel, baby, gel. And I want the hair nice and slick so it sticks to the side of your skull, because the key is to mimic a real mohawk. Once the hair is nice and wet and tucked super secure, apply the gel. Any mega hold gel will be sufficient. And I like to comb it through and then just press it with my hand to make sure it gets nice and worked in to the scalp. And you can see how that side turned out. So now we move on to this side. Again, starting off, get it nice and wet. When that's good, more gel. And as your hair dries, you may have to touch it up just to make sure it stays nice and firm. The mega hold gel to me seems to work pretty well, even as my hair dries. Comb through it one more time for a good measure. And I may end up actually having to use some pins for the excess hair that hangs down this side. But for now, you're kind of getting to see the mohawk look slowly take shape. I'm actually going to pin this section back right now because it's driving me nuts. There, nice and tucked. So we focus on the top now. And my first order of business is going to be combing it all forward. And then section by section, I will tease it back and vertical. And what I'm going to do is actually take a section and start with that. I'm going to go ahead and clip this part to keep it out of my face. I'm going to start by teasing it, and teasing it just means taking the comb and combing downward to create a bunch of, you're creating a bunch of extra mass that's not normally there. And that's what's going to support the hair, so when you let it fall, it still stays tall. And this, with the inclusion of some hairspray, should help it. So the back, you can see I've already got a bunch of lift here, just by ratting it down. Believe me, I know it's going to be great fun when I try to actually wash my hair and get all this crap out of it. You can see I'm just combing down toward the base, the part where I actually need the height. And you can see kind of where we are so far. I mean, if I wanted to stop now and just kind of straighten this up and hairspray it and leave this as like a side bang, I could do that. That's an option, but I'm not gonna, because I don't like shit hanging in my face. And here we go. Just kind of comb it vertical. And it looks kind of like a mess right now, but we're going to hairspray it and kind of make it all nice and pretty and flat. But that's just pure teasing and ratting. There are no clips, pins in this top section. So you can kind of see where we are with that. Now I'm going to look at the back and see what I need to do to fix the back. But the front and sides look decent. I've just got a lot of excess that I'll probably just start bobby pinning to clip it and keep it back. A little bit of hairspray on the back to hold it. And you can even put some more gel if you really want to. You can add a little bit of gel on your hands, just kind of run it through and smooth everything back even more. I'm actually pretty happy with it right now. I'm kind of liking the way that it turned out. And I'll go ahead and show you the back. And truthfully, this is one of my first attempts at the Fauxhawk. So I would say for having little to no experience doing these ever, it turned out pretty good. So I'm actually relatively happy with it. Nice and secure, everything's in place, and then as the gel and the hairspray dries, everything will tighten up and hopefully stay secure so I don't start to have little pieces falling throughout the day. The cool thing about ratting and teasing is it gives your hair a lot more volume in places that you need it. So if your hair tends to fall flat on top, you can always tease and rat the back to get a little bit more lift. My hair tends to naturally have a bunch of extra body that I don't really need, so I end up usually flat ironing most of the body out of it because I feel like it just kind of looks like a fro. But for this particular style, I'm happy with how it turned out, and I think I accomplished what I was setting out to accomplish. So that's fantastic. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching, and until next time, toodles.